Welcome to your NCFE Level 2 Certificate in Creating a Business Startup, Session 4 of 4, Developing a Business Plan, brought to you on behalf of Popular Harker and Solucious Equinox. My name is Phil Church and I shall be your narrator and guide for this session. This NCFE Level 2 online Certificate in Creating a Business Startup has been brought to you by Popular Harker and Solucious Equinox for online learning. Visit and subscribe our YouTube channel for more learning videos. In this session, we will be covering developing a business plan. Your learning journey so far. Session 1 of 4 covered initial steps for a business startup, followed by Session 2, marketing for a business startup, with tutor support sessions throughout. And you should have by now completed your online assessment 1 and uploaded this to your ePortfolio with any relevant material and tasks. The last session was Session 3 of 4, Legal and Financial Considerations for a Business Startup, with tutor support sessions. And this is your final session delivery, Developing a Business Plan, with tutor support sessions following. You should have enough at the end of this presentation, along with Session 3, to complete your online assessment 2, uploading any relevant tasks and material. Full tutor support is available throughout this entire program. And once your work has been assessed, internally quality assured and externally quality assured, you will be awarded your qualification. Completing your assignments. It is important to understand the action verbs in the assignment questions. The action verbs: define. Your answer must give the precise meaning of a word. Describe. In order to describe something, you must give a detailed account of it. Explain. You need to ensure that your answer is clear, revealing relevant facts. Identify. Point out and explain. Don't just make a list. Your answer should establish who or what something is. We will tutor you throughout the program and help you to complete the 2 assignments. Once you submit your assignments online, they will be assessed. All your completed assignments will then be submitted for internal and external quality assurance. And once this process is complete, you'll be awarded your qualification. Our remote assistance service, we can be contacted at learners@soluciousequinox.com. And as previously stated, your emails must be marked with NCFE Business Startup. Completing your assignments and accompanying tasks. In addition to completing your 2 assessment booklets, you also need to complete associated tasks. To complete all your coursework successfully, it is vital that you use the associated handbooks. The PDF handbooks can be accessed through the ePortfolio system, and you will be directed in the videos to the handbook page numbers that relate to the assessment questions. You must upload the associated tasks onto your ePortfolio for assessment. In this section, you will learn to understand the purpose of a business plan, and by the end of this section, you will be able to explain what a business plan is used for, identify the benefits of using a business plan, and explain the contents of a business plan. What business plans are used for? Clarify the business idea. It sets out all the aspects of the business clearly and describes how the business will work. Demonstrate that the business idea is viable. It summarizes potential financial and other requirements so that any shortfalls or issues can be identified and resolved. Identify the resources needed to set up the business. It summarizes what the business needs to be able to operate. Provide a plan going forward for how the business will operate. It explains how business will be carried out, the people involved, and the activities that will be undertaken. Identify risks and issues that need to be resolved. It identifies any risks or issues that need to be controlled or resolved, and this means that the business is aware of these and can take action. Plan for if things go wrong. It looks at what actions can be taken if things do go wrong to try and limit any damage. Support applications for investment or loan finance. It summarises the financial situation, which can be used to support applications for finance. Why not research business plans and how they have supported existing businesses? Your assignment question is requiring you, for question 17, to explain what a business plan is used for. Consider researching business plans and how they have supported existing businesses. And further reading can be found in your qualification handbook, page 44, or use the internet for further research. The benefits of using a business plan. Being able to see a picture of the whole business and make connections between different parts of the business. Helping to focus on the right activities and markets and tailor products and services to fit resources and markets. Helping to identify priorities for the business and which activities need to be done first. Helping to manage changes and departures from plans by analysing actual performance against the plan and identifying differences. These can then be addressed by pulling things back in line with the plan or changing the plan as necessary. Developing responsibility and accountability for business activities by showing who is responsible for each area and setting the goals and standards they need to achieve. Helping to manage cash flow, as a cash flow forecast always forms part of the business plan. Actual figures can be compared to the forecast to see how the business is performing and whether any adjustment is required. Setting milestones and targets for the business to work towards and achieve. And providing performance indicators in the form of measurable outcomes, for example, profit and cash targets. Why not research how business planning has been used to support successful businesses? Your assignment question is asking you, for question 18, to identify the benefits of using a business plan and consider researching how business planning has been used to support successful businesses. The contents of a business plan and why these are important. Executive summary. This is a summary of your business plan. It is important because it explains your business idea succinctly. You may need to show your business plan to other people. The executive summary will help them decide if they are interested in supporting your business or can offer you any help. It is useful for people who do not have time to read the whole plan but need to know the basics, or for people who want to decide whether it's worthwhile reading the whole plan. It should summarise your business, explain the main aims and goals of the business, and give a financial summary of the business. Objectives might include short term, the next year, medium term, 2 to 5 years, and long term, over 5 years, objectives. Owner's background. One of the things that potential investors, lenders, and other people who are interested in your business will want to know is about you. They may want to know why you want to start a business and the experience and skills that you have that make this business idea possible for you. You need to include details of qualifications, training, abilities, experience, and anything else that makes you the right person to start this business. This section will help to make people confident in your ability to successfully set up and run the business. Products and services. In this section, you need to describe the products or services that your business will sell. You should describe your main products and services and any variations that you will sell. If you have pictures or products, they can be included in this section. You should describe the features of your products and services. This section is important to show people what the business will be selling. The market. This section will explain who your customers are and why they will buy products or services from you. You should describe a typical customer in terms of age, income, geographical area, and whether they are individuals or businesses. You should identify why customers will buy from you rather than other similar businesses and provide an estimate of how many customers you may have. You should give information about any customers who have already agreed to use your businesses. Market research. You have already learned about market research. This section in the business plan is important because it shows how the market research you have carried out supports your business plan. The research you do should support the assertions you are making about your markets and customers. For example, the research might show that the customers you described in the previous section exist and are potential purchasers of your product or service. Research may show the size and type of market you are accessing. Marketing strategy. This section explains how you will contact your customers. It is important to plan how you will tell your customers about your business and the products and services you are offering for sale. You will explain the marketing materials you will use and the methods you will use to advertise and promote the business. You should include advertising and promotion, promotional materials, any websites, social media, plans for direct marketing, and any other strategies you may use. Competitor analysis. It is important to be aware of the competitors you have in the market and how your products and services compare to theirs. You need to identify who your competitors are, where they are based, what they sell, how much they charge, and the extent of their market, how many customers they have. You should try and identify the strengths and weaknesses of your competitors and see how your own business compares. Explain any advantages you have over competitors. Whatever your business, it is likely that you will be taking customers away from existing businesses, and you need to explain why you think you can do this. Operations and resources. So far in the plan, you will have explained who you are, who your customers are, and what you will sell. This section explains how you will operate on a day-to-day basis. You need to explain how you will make or buy goods or supply services, who will be involved, the equipment required, the suppliers you will use, the premises you will use, how you will meet legal requirements, insurance needed, and how you will make and accept payments. A good way to do this is to describe the whole process from a customer approaching the business to you delivering the product or service and receiving payment for it, not forgetting to say how you will comply with legal and regulatory requirements on the way, and how you will control or eliminate any business risks. Costs and pricing strategy. This section sets out the costs and prices for your products and services. It is important for you and others supporting the business to understand how much a product or service costs to produce and the price you will charge for it. If you don't do this accurately, you may end up working at a loss because your products and services cost more than you sell them for. Remember, when setting prices, you need to consider your business expenses as well as the materials and resources that are used to make up the product. You may also want to consider the prices of similar goods and services in the marketplace when fixing your price. Financial forecasts. You will need to estimate your sales and expenses so that you know how much money you need to start and operate the business. You should make sensible estimates of sales and costs. If your estimates are too high or too low, you will not have a realistic picture of the business. Sales levels may be based on the interest that customers have already shown in your business idea or on the market research you have carried out. Costs and expenses should be estimated using supplier price lists and related to the amounts of supplies required for the level of sales you expect. Remember to take account of seasonal variations. For example, you won't sell as many ice creams in the winter as in the summer. Personal budget. One of the aims of most businesses is to support the business owner. To show that your business is able to support your personal financial needs, you should include a personal budget. This should explain how much you need to earn from the business in order to pay your own day-to-day living expenses. Some people may have other forms of income that will help support them while they set up the business, for example, an allowance from parents or a part-time job. This can be taken into account in the early operation of the business to show that you can manage without taking a salary or a full salary if required. Cash flow forecast. You have already learned about the importance of the cash flow forecast in determining the cash needs of the business. As well as identifying the cash highs and lows of the business, the forecast can be useful to support applications for finance and investment, or to attract partners or other senior managers to the business who have the skills that you need in the business. Contingency plan. Most business plans will include a backup or contingency plan. This is a plan to adjust the business plans if things don't go as expected. Your assignment question is asking you for question 19 to explain the contents of a business plan and why these are important. You could compare different business plans and look at the business plan templates and consider why particular content has been included and the consequences of not including that particular content. And further reading can be found in your qualification handbook, pages 46 to 50, or use the internet for further research. In this section, you will learn how to develop a business plan. And by the end of this section, you will be able to create a business plan, reflect on the created business plan, and describe a suitable contingency plan. Contingency plans. Contingency plans might include strategies such as reducing costs by finding cheaper suppliers, producing fewer products, negotiating longer payment arrangements with suppliers or shorter arrangements with customers so that you pay later or receive money earlier, finding new markets, selling online to eliminate the need for expensive premises, taking on part-time work to help support the business until it is more profitable, COVID-19, Solucious Equinox contingency plan. The original delivery model for training programs on behalf of Harker entailed classroom-based deliveries. However, when social distancing and lockdowns were enacted, classroom deliveries came to an end. Solucious Equinox designed online delivery courses, such as the one you are currently partaking in. We made a seamless transition from one delivery method to another. Online delivery models had always featured in our contingency planning, so the transition for us was effective and smooth. Your assignment question is asking you, for question 20, to describe a suitable contingency plan and contextualize this to your business. And further reading can be found in your qualification handbook, page 50, or use the internet for further research. Creating a business startup plan for your new enterprise. We have looked at all the elements that are required for this qualification. Taking all the elements into account, you are now required as part of your qualification to create a business plan. You should include background, resources, product or products, marketing, costs and pricing strategy, plus any other areas that you consider relevant to your business startup. Your assignment question is asking you to create a business plan for business startup and attach it to your e-portfolio for question 21. And you should consider background, resources, products or product, service or services, marketing, cost and pricing strategy, plus any other areas relevant to your business startup. And you should develop this plan for your own startup with the sections detailed in questions 19 to 20 and upload this to your e-portfolio. Reflecting on your created business plan and its potential to be successful in your chosen marketplace. You are required to reflect on your business plan. Questions you should ask should include: what are the real strengths of a plan? For example, a unique product, or an insight into the market that others don't have, or access to customers that others can't access. Are there any weaknesses? For example, a lack of experience or a large number of competitors selling similar products and/or services. Is the plan likely to help me achieve my objectives? Consider whether the business will support you and your family, help you gain the experience you need to move on to other things, or be the first rung of a career ladder, for example. Is my business likely to be successful in the market I have identified? Consider the real chances of success of your business and think about whether there is potential for the business to grow, for example. Is there anything that would improve my business and how I can achieve that? It might be that with a little more investment, better premises, or more skills, your business could achieve that little bit more. You could consider how you might be able to access these things now or in the near future. Your assignment question is asking you for question 22 to reflect on the created business plan and its potential to be successful in your chosen market. And further reading can be found in your qualification handbook on page 51, or use the internet for further research. Don't forget to upload your accompanying evidence onto the ePortfolio system. Uploaded evidence may consist of the following documents, in addition to the completion of the assessment booklet, and these may be a business plan, notes from discussions, and written evidence. This concludes your final session relating to your qualification. You will have been sent by email a time, date and meeting link for you to log on for the teaching session which accompanies this presentation. To get the most from your learning journey, please ensure you log on to this online session with your trainer. We hope that you found this presentation useful, and we encourage you to use the unit handbooks which are accessible in PDF format from your ePortfolio to support your studies. If you have any questions, our remote assistance service, where we can be contacted at learners@soluciousequinox.com, where your emails must be marked in the subject heading NCFE Business Startup, and our 2 telephone numbers there if you wish to give us a ring. Thank you for listening. As usual, we welcome your feedback. You can either contact us at learners@soluciousequinox.com, or if you wish, you can leave a comment on our YouTube video channel.